Hello, my crafty friends. Today I am sharing a faux shaker card, and I had so much fun making it. I thought I would do a tutorial and show you how to do one as well. But first, let's talk about my card. So it is an A2 size card. It's a wide A2 and folded. It is 5.5 by 4.25. You can see I've added shells and all kinds of sequins to the shaker part. This is a submarine die from Hero Arts. And the Just Keep Swimming, that is a sentiment from a retired Your Next stamp set. I do have a full supply list on my coordinating blog post, which is linked below. The patterned paper, oh my goodness, I love, love, love this patterned paper. It is a 6x6 paper package from Stampin' Up. I loved it as soon as I saw it. I tried really hard not to buy it, but oh my goodness, the colors and the underwater theme. They're such beautiful papers. So yes, you can see I did add it to my collection and I'm trying to use it, not just hoard it. And I'm also trying not to buy a second pad. me and pattern paper. I tell you, it's an addiction. I did add the submarine and the sentiment on top of my shaker. I didn't want the seashells kind of getting caught in it. I wasn't sure how it would all work, but now that the card is finished, you could actually adhere the submarine inside the packet before you sealed it up, and that would work as well. And it might be kind of fun to have it moving around. And it would also be fun to maybe do fish. So stamp and die cut some fish and have them inside your shaker packet as well. Inside the card is this fabulous swirl of fish. It's a stencil by Pink Fresh Studio, and Sending Virtual Hugs is a stamp set from Waffle Flower. So I cut my patterned paper smaller than my card front. My pattern paper was cut to 5.25 by 4 inches. And I used a clear envelope for my faux shaker. Now, this is not a new technique. This is a technique that's been around for a very long time. But with lots of new paper crafters, for them it's a new idea. And I thought maybe some of my subscribers haven't seen the idea before. I mean, these faux shakers are all over social media now. Crafters that hadn't seen them before just think they're fabulous, and they are, so they're making all kinds of them. So you will have probably seen them. I don't want to take credit for the idea. As I said, it's been around for many, many years. It's just seeing a big resurgence now. So I did use this clear envelope for mine, but I wanted to show you that stamps come in packaging as well, and you could use, if you don't have clear envelopes, I get mine from clearbags.ca. I know you can get them in the United States as well. Some of the big mail order stamp companies in the US actually carry them, that you can order just a few if you want. You can also use stamp packaging for this. Essentially what you want to do is add your pattern paper or your panel inside this packet, and then your sequins, and then seal it up, add it to a card. So it's a very easy shaker card to make. There's no foam tape added, and I mean, I did add foam tape to my submarine, but the card still will fold flat and mail for a single stamp, whereas when you do a shaker card with either a single or a double layer of foam tape to hold your shaker bits and your gems and things, that adds quite a bit more bulk than this faux shaker technique. Now, my plastic envelopes I think are quite sturdy, but you can see I kept it to just sequins. I did not add any faceted gems. I would be worried that the faceted gems might end up tearing through the plastic when it goes through the mail. So just a thought on that. So for my tutorial today, we're going to turn this journal card into a faux shaker that you can then add to a card front. So this started out from a 12 by 12 pattern paper sheet by Pebbles. It is the birthday wishes from their Happy Hooray line. This is one of the journal cards, and the second one I will show you when we make our second card. So double-sided, which is always fun. So I cut this down. Now journal cards are generally 3 inches by 4 inches. And I have these little plastic bags. They're cello bags. They're printed with dots. I've had them for several months. I bought them from Amazon.ca because I like to make up little treats for the grandkids. And so I've actually been getting a lot of use out of these cello bags, and they're supposed to be 4x4. So when I tried to get my 4-inch journal card inside, it didn't work so well. So I did have to trim it down slightly, but all I'm going to do is insert it inside this cello bag, and I kind of like the white dots. I hope they're showing up on camera, but the white dots kind of add to the whole festive look. Now, sequins. I also have a love of sequins apparently, because I just reorganized them, and holy moly, I have enough sequins to do shaker cards for the next 100 years. These are the two that I chose. I don't keep track of who makes what sequins or shaker filler. There's so many companies that have duplicates. It just all got very confusing. So when I have a larger package, I store them in these Ziploc sandwich bags. I know that these ones came from Michael's, and I quite like them. They are big, but they are really sparkly and iridescent, and they're quite flat versus having a big cup on them, so they work really well for shaker cards. These ones have hearts and flowers and really faceted sequins that catch the light. They're so pretty. So I added a little bit of each of these. I used my Nouveau Scoop. I'm not sure what the full name is, but I've had it for a couple of years, and man, I use this on every shaker card I make. Or even if I'm just going to add a few sequins or something to the front of my card, I use one of these scoops to scoop some out, and then I put my sequins in this wonderful little tray by Studio Katya. So I took some sequins from each of those, added them into my little tray, and all we're going to do is pour them into the front. My journal card takes up the full width, so I don't have to worry about sequins kind of making their way around. And when this is self-adhesive, so let me pull this off. Oh, and it's got static. That's fun. So I'm going to pull off that adhesive and fold it quite firmly around and seal it to the back. And just like that, I have my faux shaker. So, I mean, the sequins don't move around as much as they would if I had foam tape added, but man, how quick and easy was that? And then you would just add it to the front of a card. I would use a strong double-sided adhesive tape. This one is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Suk Wang makes a really nice sturdy one. And it doesn't matter if this is wrinkled at the back because it's going to be adhered down. But just adhere tape around the edges. Get fairly close to your corners so nothing lifts. Peel off the backing, and then you can add that to your card. And that's it. That's all that's required for that shaker card. So that works really well when your card fits exactly. So this fit exactly to each side. But what if you have one that's smaller? So for this one, figure out where I put my bag here. So you can see the width of my bag is quite a bit wider than my panel. So you have to do a little bit more folding when you have one that's going to fit in a larger bag. So I thought, let's show that too. So here is the second journal card that came off of this sheet. And I cut it down smaller so that I would have room. I still went with the 4x4 cello bag, but I trimmed off from the top and bottom so that you would see that you can still make it, but you need to do some folding. I did pre-add the tape because you don't need to sit here and watch me add tape. But I'm just going to peel that off and fold the edge down. So now my top and bottom are nice and snug. And I have a pocket that I can just add my sequins to. So very similar to that one. These sequins I did have in the packaging, so it's by Spiegelmum, Salt of the Earth. I thought they were such a cute little mix here. I'm going to try pouring actually right from this baggie. Furnace is running and it is dry and things are staticky in here. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to seal this up so I don't spill sequins all over when I'm putting things away. And now my bag is ready to seal again. So for this one, I have double-sided tape on both sides here. And I wonder if I can get this off or if I've added tape underneath it. I did. Ah, that worked. So I'm just carefully folding everything down. I don't want things to stick out of the sides. Like I don't want to be able to see those edges from the front. If there's a pucker or something in the back, that's fine because you're not going to see it. Right? So doesn't look so pretty on the back, but look how cute that is on the front. Now maybe I added a few too many sequins on this one. I might open this up and take out a few, but I did want to just kind of show you. And then I made this card base. This yay is actually from the bottom has got yay printed on it. So I actually utilized that and some more pattern paper. This is from Large Birthday by Technique Tuesday, and I colored it in with Ohuhu markers. I used the banners Pick-a-Punch to fishtail the ends of this yellow strip, and then this is just a scrap of, it was actually a rainbow paper, but you can't see any of the colors once I added that on top. The stitched rectangles are from Your Next Stamp, and the rainbow pattern paper is from Over the Rainbow by Recollections. So some of that double-sided adhesive on my card, you can center it on this panel, you can offset it. I didn't add a sentiment to the card because it does say celebrate, and yeah, I am going to take it apart and scoop out just a few of those clear sequins, maybe add in a few more of the brown and orange. But how easy is that to make just a really fun interactive faux shaker card? If you liked my tutorial and my cards today, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.